What is up, guys, and welcome on back to Tech Talk. And today I'm going to give you my thoughts and impressions on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G and this nifty little Samsung case with the S Pen in today's video. So let's get into it, man. What can I say? The Samsung Z Fold 3, I probably can say, is the most interesting phone of 2021, like hands down. It's not even a question. The audio quality on this thing is great with the speakers on either end if you're watching any kind of media, and the cameras, which have gotten a lot of flack because of the specs compared to, say, the S21 Ultra. I'm gonna be honest with you, the cameras are damn good. And if I looked at a photo that I took with the S21 Ultra and I looked at a photo that I took with the Galaxy Z Fold 3, if that's your decision-making process, choosing between the two phones, pick up the Z Fold 3. Getting to the inner display, I can definitely say for sure that Samsung has definitely made this thing way more durable than the previous generation or even the generation before that. I didn't intend to do a water test with this. I was just trolling. I was sitting in a hot tub, and I made a little funny post on Instagram on my car channel, and then this thing slipped out of my hand and went badoop right into the hot tub. I picked it up, dried it off real quick, and it's been absolutely fine. Now, I picked up two of these. I had one of these on Verizon, and that's the one that took the nasty spill into the water, and then this one from AT&T. My biggest issue with this phone is if you buy it from a carrier, they cannot be unlocked right now. They just can't. They can't be unlocked right now. Both of my units were paid off. AT&T doesn't have codes in the server or the system. None of the unlocking companies are able to unlock these right now. So if you think like, hey, I'm just going to go pick one up at AT&T, I'll pay full retail, I have an account, I'll get it unlocked. Not right now. Now, this is, beginning of September. Now, they said the code should be in their system sometime around mid or end of September. So if it's after September when you're seeing this video, then you can disregard. As far as the screen, the 120 hertz, I mean, look at that. I know it doesn't really come out really well on video, but this buttery display is absolutely an RIP to Omar, man. But I am loving the device, man. That's all I can say. I'm truly enjoying it. Getting into the design, I guess, of the phone. I mean, it looks very similar to last year's. And I compared it to a Z Fold 2 that another Mopar person that we had out at WAM when I was in Dallas. The squared hump versus this. Now, this is a little lower size-wise than last year's camera bump, but they're basically, it's pretty similar, all right? So is the way that it fits. Now, this does feel a tad lighter if you hold both of them in your hand. It could be a placebo, I don't know. But overall usage or how this works has been absolutely fine. That's just a screen protector. It's not actually like cracked or anything. Screen protector like came missing a corner. It was weird. But opening this thing up, using it, and then closing it, like, I don't feel like I have to be super gentle with this now, right? I feel like I can just use it and use it for what it was designed for and what it was made for. And that's like using it like this a lot of the time for phone calls, checking my YouTube analytics. I haven't used KineMaster and edited videos in long form like this. It's been fairly solid. Now, there's features and stuff that I haven't used a lot, like when you hold it open halfway folded like this to do video. I've done that more with the Flip, I want to say, than I've done with this. And the reason being is the camera, in my opinion, which is under display here, is actually not that great to do video. For photos, it does kind of fill it in and uses AI or whatever to make the photo decent, but they haven't perfected that technology to get that really good shot from this. Now, if you're going to use it like this as like a stand and then sit it on a table and let this camera shoot you, then you're good. It'll get great video. You just have no way to see yourself. But overall, man, this has been pretty great. You know, a week in, I haven't had any real issues. Actually, that's a lie. I had one major issue. That one major issue that I had specifically dealt with YouTube not being able to upload stories or shorts from the YouTube app on the Z Fold 3 has got me to using the Z Flip 3 much more often. And yeah, that kind of sucks. I want to use this phone to manage everything on my YouTube account, and unfortunately, I can't. Now, I know you guys are going to say, well, what about network speeds? Well, there's a tower right there. We are on AT&T. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up speed test here and let you guys just get a brief idea of what the network quality on 5G is here outside of the greater Dallas, Texas area, currently around Plano. And it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, download speed, you know, download speeds have always been good for the last year or so. I don't need gigabit speeds. If I'm getting over 40, 50 megs, that's good for me to watch YouTube videos and do what I want. I'm straight. It's the upload part that matters to me. And AT&T, in my opinion, has had some of the better upload speeds. And that sucks because I really like what I have with T-Mobile. But yeah, AT&T's just been better on the upload side. Now, what about that S Pen? Well, let's get into it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The flip case is more of a pain in the ass than it is usable. I mean, it does give you some protection, and I wouldn't recommend just running this butt naked. But it's basically, the only reason why I use it is because it literally holds the S Pen. That's it. I don't really care about anything else. One drawback from the S Pen, it does nothing on the front screen. As you guys can see here, it literally does nothing. It only works on the interior display. Now, as far as the interior display goes, though, it works great with it. You get all of those S Pen features. You get the button, so you can hold it down here, and you can click the button where you can create a note, view note, smart select, screen write, all of that stuff. Translate. You get all of those features. And, you know, you get the little hovering point, all of that stuff. It has worked great. I haven't done a lot of drawing with it. I have used it in KineMaster, like if I'm editing a video or whatever, I have used it to, you know, find, you know, drag and drop and do whatever. And it has worked extremely well for me. So, you know, is the S Pen needed? I'm going to be honest with you. No. Is it cool to have? It is. It's very, I mean, I used it on my Note probably more than I would use it here. Now, I know maybe I'd use the S Pen Pro maybe a little bit different, but I mean, overall, it's good. It's just not, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the extra 80 something bucks that you end up spending to get it, if that means anything. So, after a weekend, is this actually necessary? Nah. And the flip case that comes with it, it gives it some protection that if it does fall, it would protect those corners and whatnot, and it will protect the binder, you know, the hinge, because of the S Pen placement. But outside of that, man, I don't know, man. I'm really not a fan of this. I don't think it's an extra accessory that's needed for 80 bucks. I think you could just use your hand. But that said, if you're an S Pen fanatic like me, you probably want it. You know, yeah. I know there's probably some stuff I didn't get into or I didn't cover, and if that's the case, you can mention it in the comment section down below. That's just where I'm at with it after a week. I've had it a little bit over a week. I've enjoyed it. It's worked great as far as shooting and editing videos. Using the back camera, using it to just make phone calls like this and just use it. It's refreshing because it's not this big fat wide phone. It's like an old school candy bar phone, and being able to use the front screen is awesome. And the fact that the front screen is now 120 hertz too, that was the thing with the last generation. I didn't like messing with the front screen because it was 60 hertz when you could open it up and you could get the really nice smoother screen. Now where they're both like this, I really enjoy it. And to be honest, I do a lot of my stuff right here on the front. I don't open it as much as I normally would, outside of maybe when it comes time for me to edit a video, or maybe when I'm watching YouTube videos, I open it. If I'm driving, another thing I like, and I don't promote texting and driving, but I do all of my stuff like this. You know, it's real easy to swipe and do everything on this little tiny screen, and I don't have any issues. So that's where I'm at with that of the week. Do I recommend it? Hell yes. If you have the Z Fold 2, should you upgrade? Only if the front screen drives you nuts. You know, if the front screen drives you nuts and you have to have S Pen support, then upgrade. If not, then no. If you have a S20 Ultra, should you get one of these instead of an S21 Ultra? Yes. If you're an Apple user, like I was heavily involved in Apple, and outside of my iPad, I have no more Apple products. None. No Apple Watch, a Samsung Watch. How has it felt getting away? Do your friends look at you differently when you're a green bubble instead of a blue bubble? Yes, initially. But you know what? If they're actual friends, they do respond to you, whether you have a green bubble or a blue bubble, so it doesn't matter. And then I pretty much use Instagram DMs for everything, so I don't care. I can actually say leaving Apple has not hurt as bad as I thought it would. And I'm actually enjoying my Samsung experience more than I thought I would. Having all my Samsung TVs, a Samsung stove, and refrigerator and everything, and having this be able to work with SmartThings and work with all of my appliances, TVs, and all of that stuff, pretty great. I really didn't talk about decks. I know you guys would ask me about that, you know, wireless decks and all of that, and that's not really my lane. I've used it before. Not really something I'm really big about it. If you want to know more about that, I would definitely recommend you go check out Easy Computer Solutions channel. Exactly how it sounds. Actually it's EAZY Computer Solutions. Go check him out, and he talks about decks all the time. If you want to know about decks, how to use it, if it's functional, if it's great, go check him out. But with that said, man, that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Today,
text message from
today's video, guys, is brought to you by Mint Mobile. I know. Yeah, I'm bringing my sponsors from my other channels here too. Mint Mobile has sponsored today's video. Link will be in the description if you want to sign up for great wireless service at super cheap prices. Bing! Down in the description. Go sign up. It's a good time. The service is great. It's cheap. When I tell you it's cheap, if you're like me now and you want to save a little bit more money so you could use it at the club on the weekends, hit that link in the description. With that said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.